sore joints, or dry skin? Try All Balm. Our CBD topicals are fast absorbing, non-greasy, and smell amazing. Now available at 2U Wines in South Euclid. Sip, shop, and feel better naturally.
What's going on, everybody? We are back. It's a little break, but we back. And we came back bigger and better with tonight's guest, y'all.
That's right.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, the artist formerly known as... No, I'm just playing. But my man, Mr. Brent Gilchrist, man. What's going on, man?
Yes, welcome.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you. Come on, man. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got Miss Brittany with us also.
Hey, y'all.
We got Miss What's Next Jess in the building, y'all.
Hey.
Sensei, he be somewhere around here. Oh, there you go. He came in. We got Michelle Louise in the building, and the key in the back, she making wine, y'all. So without further ado, we had a great interview for y'all tonight. And I love interviewing artists because I just want to know your creative process because everyone's process is different. Like me, I like to have candles, R&B playing. Okay. So I yell at ChatGPT, get it, make it look human, man. All night.
That's the new process.
That's the new process. We'll talk about that. But like all journeys, man, they all have a beginning, right? So for you, if you had to represent a side of Cleveland you represent as your hood, what side of Cleveland you represent?
Collinwood.
Come on now. Okay.
That's where I grew up. I grew up on Cardinal, East 152nd.
Wow.
That's South Collinwood. I graduated from Collinwood High.
Okay.
Come on now.
All the way through.
Yeah, 03.
Oh, okay. Look, that's a good year. Okay.
Yeah.
So, were you the kid who's making the little S's to make the lines, make the S and all that, make the 3D?
Yeah, I did that. I made my own little symbols. I was trying to learn how to draw a little bit.
Yeah.
I wasn't really a drawer yet, but I got into graphic design first. Then I got bored of that, and actually I moved into music. And I actually had a really good career in the music industry. That's where most of my creative career was. It was in the music lane. Started literally in 02 on FL, which is Fruity Loops. Most people would know.
Come on now, Fruity Loops. Come on, just in the back. That's a real throwback right there.
Oh yeah, Fruity Loops 3 to 3.56. I'm an OG on that.
Come on now.
I was an OG where the MPC users was saying that we'd never make it. You know? And then next thing I know, I'm like, my first record was in college with 50 Cent. So, and that's how I was like, that's where my actual creative career started. So it was going to school at Kent State for computer science, and then it turned into, is this really what I wanted? Or is this what my legacy, my family wanted, really? And in college, I just found freedom and nobody was on my back about anything. So I had a strict father growing up, so everything was just like, I'm a soldier, do what he says, and then and then do that. But then when I get to college, I see it's a whole new landscape. And then I already had the seed planted in me to do music, and then for some reason it just took over everything.
Come on now.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Changed your whole perspective. I changed everything. I was a good boy, and then it turned into why I'm getting tattoos. I'm getting this very neck tattoo was kind of like a rebellion against corporate, because I was like, it was follow your dreams, no matter what, no matter how hard it's gonna be. And that's why I had like the brass knuckles is on there.
Come on, man.
Because it's like, it's gonna get hard. You're gonna get hit, and then you gotta hit harder.
Yeah.
Top song.
That's a gem.
That is good.
So was it when you walked on the college campus that you realized when you saw it was a whole new world, or did you have like a light bulb moment in a classroom or something?
So I was like a super quiet kid, and I didn't know that I could just go outside. Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but it's like I was a kid playing video games.
Okay.
well, I'll say like 9 through 12, I was outside. I was very driven in like sports, and I even did gymnastics at one point, but I was just very closeted. Video games took over my life. That drove into like the music side of things because I started with, it was a PlayStation game or something, MTV Music Generator. That's what changed everything for me. I was like, oh, you can just make music like this, just loops, and then.
Bro, I remember that. I forgot all about that though. That you can make music on PlayStation, and it would be, it was real. Like, think about how it was. Not saying basic, but it was like.
Yeah, it was just kind of cool that you could just make your own music.
Wow.
And then Timbaland came out with his own version with his own loops, and then you're like, oh dang, how can I actually have more control to do this? And then that's when I started, you know, if you go all the way back to cracking software and downloading stuff from like Kazaa, Napster, all of that era.
The LimeWire era.
LimeWire, yeah.
Shout out to LimeWire. Let me double time for that, man. I could burn CDs like no tomorrow.
And I was just searching. I was just somebody who's naturally trying to find, like, it got to be something out there that you can just make beats with. Eventually I did. I found FL, well, it was Fruity Loops at the time. So, and then that's when that just kicked off everything. And then I go to college. And then I find out I can go outside the dorm room. And then I could actually meet people. I could actually meet girls for the first time. And then the culture there, like, it was just a culture shock for me. So I was like, oh, there's people like me here. There's Black United Students, and then I was kind of involved with them and figuring out how they move and where the party's at and where's everybody moving and how they, you know, I was, at one point I wanted to join a frat, but then I was like, nah, I was like, it was just, you get immersed into it.
Yeah.
I'm
Shout out
sure.
to Kent State.
So that was an amazing time. It was just like a coming into my own for the very first time. And a lot of people, I hear their stories, they coming in with some experience from high school, middle school. And I actually went to, from Collinwood, I went to Margaret Spellicy, and that school at the time was like one of the worst schools to go to. It felt like, what was that, Lean On Me?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like, that's how John Hay felt back then too.
Oh yeah, John Hay. Woo.
Yeah, so between them and that, it was just like, okay, going to Kent State, and then it's just a completely mature situation. And then that matured me, but then I started rebelling because I didn't live out the high school years like
That's my
everybody
chance.
else. So I'm starting to be like, y'all, this is where I want to go. This is not me. I'm not this. But then that's where the creative side of everything just kind of took over. It was the perfect freedom, you know, because I didn't have to adhere to. Well, at least I was running from my parents, to be honest. I was running from what they wanted me to be at the time, and then just naturally flowing with what I wanted to do at the time, which was music. I couldn't let it go.
I love that.
I get that.
Do you think that your journey may have been different if your parents weren't so strict? Do you still think you would have found your way to music and everything?
Possibly, but maybe not. I don't know. I was in computers since I was a kid because of my mom. She worked for Case at the time, and she just immersed me in that. And that's why I went to school for computer science. And of course, everybody's encouraging me. It was like, oh, you're one of the smartest kids in the family, and you're gonna make all the money. And you know, you're hearing that as a kid. That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure, yeah.
You know, first generation to go to college, and then you're like, nah. You're like, life had a different path for me.
Yeah.
And going through those experiences, and then actually like seeing my work pay off with the first placement I ever got with a major artist, and I was like, oh, I can make this could actually be my career. So I actually went to Kent State to find out my true identity at that time, which was a creative, an artist, a producer, a music producer. And I rode it all the way. I rode the hell out of that. I was like, this is what I want. This is how I did. I got the tattoos. I started going. There's things I would love to share, but I can't share because of my new path.
No, shout out to new path, man.
Yeah, my new path has brought me a ways from where I was. But I know basically from where I was in music, I moved away from that in 2020. So I had a good career. I actually moved out to LA for like 6 years. Had a studio out there with some of my brothers, and we had a good time. You know, it was different. It was some 16-hour days for who knows, 5, 6. All of the time I was there, that's how it felt. But it was wonderful. I got to meet a lot of people. I got to work with a lot of people. Blessed to have a few records, some of them with some people from Cleveland. You know, MGK, got a record with him. There's 2 producers here I worked with that helped me get records with Neo and Tory Lanez. I know that's controversial, but at the time it was, you know, it was a blessing. I got to work with Yolanda Adams. I got to work with a lot of people it's just a lot of people I got to work with. I won't go through the names.
Now, come on now. I know you want to be humble, you know what I'm saying? But, you know.
But I mean, I was blessed to do what at the time God wanted, how I felt God was guiding me through. He really wanted me to do faith-based music, and he was really showing out. But at the time, the money was a lot better, so I was just like, oh, okay, cool. On that side, it was good to get. I'm like, I don't know about it yet. Me and God walking this out, but I'm gonna take the check. That's how it went. And everything else, like all the regular music, was just like hurry up and wait, and then 9 months later, you might get paid or not.
And I was going to get my next question because I want to know about the business behind music. A lot of people, they just think it's, you know, make a beat, and next thing you know, you're Pharrelling out here and whatnot.
I mean, nowadays the landscape is way different. It's so crazy. But back then, of course, like I thought it was just making beats was the way. And then I got with a team here in Cleveland, and then I actually learned how to produce with them and how to make space and how to actually write songs. And that's what that gives you the 25% you need to go halfway. And then the 50% is being good enough to be noticed. And then the other half is understanding the business part of it. And the business part of it is complicated. And I think it's going to be complicated for a long time just based on the laws that's been set up since I believe. I'm probably just going with the numbers. It's around 1921 or something like that. And they've been trying to get these laws changed for a long time because there's just a monopoly with how labels handle it, how percentages publishing is handled. Like a lot of people don't even understand like BMI and ASCAP as the base.
Brent, I'm sorry. When you say BMI and all the things, Brittany was like, she had a look like, what is those things?
Yeah, so like they're basically your what they call PROs or basically I forgot the term, but they're publishing. They're publishing organizations that you have to have all your rights administered through them. At least one of them. There's way more. There's like CSAC and there's other ones. But somebody, even if you're independent, somebody needs to administrate all of your music. And it's better to be independent because you get at least 98% of the money back. But they kind of have a monopoly over like radio waves, streaming, all this type of stuff. And then the partnerships with the labels, and they get 78%, and everything has to get divvied down. So you got like artist percentages, you got production percentages, which usually the artist and the songwriter, they have their own set. If a producer, they have their own, like the music composition is 100%, songwriting is 100%. So it's a 200% situation.
Oh my God.
So, and then you got people that are 100%ers. That means you write and produce the song. But then if like an artist like Beyonce, if you're getting, it's automatically 50% down the line.
Automatically.
Yeah, so, and how publishing deals are usually structured, they're structured in songs. And if, let's say you owe 2 songs, which doesn't sound like a lot, it's like, oh, but if you only write, you only get 50%, and then if you owe to the publisher, that means you get 25%, because you have to pay the 50% to them. So yeah, it gets chopped up real quick.
Oh my God.
Time
So
out.
you need to know how to do everything.
Right. Not just that, I'm like, what's the point? To be honest, like at that point, I'll be looking at my check like, oh man.
Compounding interest is really your only way to make a lot of money in the business. There is actually, there's the running joke that nothing in music makes money.
Wow.
Because everything is more about the product of music. Everything else sells but music. And it is kind of true nowadays. Yeah, streams can run up, and only if you're independent and you run it like a business and not like a dream chaser. In a way, it's like you understand every facet, and the only way to really understand it is to get in the business and understand how it works and how people treat you in it. And a lot of the music business really is by way of how everybody else was treated. So now you got to go through the hazing thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's it does. You have to watch your heart and your heart posture and everything that you go through hardens your heart in it. So by the time you done made it to this place, by the time somebody else is trying to come up, you doing the same thing. You know, and I've seen it happen plenty of times, and it's happened to me as well.
Wow.
So
I was gonna ask, you know, what goes up must come down. So what, when you realize that, wow, this music thing, I'm really feeling it. It's really, this is what it is. I was gonna ask, what was some of like the pitfalls or the downfalls that you noticed, in there as well. Obviously, divvying up all your profits was one of them for sure.
yeah, that's the most obvious
Lack
one.
of sleep.
Oh yeah, no sleep. Living on hope really every day is that's what you eating.
Wow.
In most days, it's like, I'm gonna wake up today knowing that I love what I do, and if nothing happens today, then tomorrow it may come. And that's how I moved. I always woke up every day with understanding that this could change. And it did. There were several times that it did change for me, and there were several times that I put the power in my hands and made a business out of, beat leasing, and then creating a model out of that for myself. And this was a more lucrative time. I had a unique sound, and people kind of liked that niche that I had. So I was like, oh, not sounding like everybody, but it ain't radio all the way. But people need that. It's like, oh, I love the way that sounds. It feels like me. So they go for that sound. And every time I was like, oh, I get a writer that comes in, hey, we need to make a record like this. Beyonce just dropped that. And I was like, I'm like, okay, well, every time we did that, you're taking yourself out of it. You're taking the soul out of it to structure.
It's a bar though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can apply to any business goes.
Yeah. It has to be you, and that's how people really win. It's not about the trend, but the trend it's so hot you just can't. It's almost like you can't not do it. You just feel like it. It's like, oh, because that's what the label's saying, that's what the writers coming in saying, that's what producers around you are saying. You're like, okay, let's make a clone Beyonce hit again. And then you're like, why are we showing up second best every time?
Right.
So question. So I'm thinking in my head. So let's say as a producer, I just make a whole bunch of generic beats. Like I'm cranking them out, like boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking quantity versus quality.
Yeah.
Is by what I'm hearing from you, like that's how it's going pretty much.
Yeah.
You want to have like all these things in the pipeline. So, all right, here you want this. I got the Beyonce right here, boom. Versus the artistry of putting your heart and soul into one thing, and hoping that people like it. Not saying hope people like it, but making one thing that you didn't put your heart and soul in. Where you're like, no one listens to it.
No, absolutely. That does happen. I've made a lot of things that I loved, and it was a simpler record that just went. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. But that goes back to like, you did it because it's really for the love of the game at the end of the day.
Cut up so.
So if something comes from it, then amazing. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, even if it's in the pipeline and somebody says, oh, I like this, or it's, oh, you just got this record. Like I've had records with Rihanna and Beyonce, but none of them went. I don't get tied up into the emotion that they might go, because they may not because it's so political. And you're okay with that. It's like, I mean, the first time you might be like, oh, I might really have this. But the experience of actually being in a room with people like that, or working with them, or them recording on your music was like, okay, that's enough for me. I didn't really even think I was gonna get that far. I just really like doing music, and I wanted to be good because I just wanted to be good at it. That was it. I didn't think that it would take me to LA and work with all these different people. But yeah, going back to like the quality over quantity. I was always the quality over quantity guy, but I ended up being the qualitative quantity at that over true quality. And it did take the soul out of me, for real, because I was every day I was like, okay, they called me the operator, because it was like I would.
That's dope nickname a lot today.
It was regardless of who recorded the record or made the beat, I was the one that finished it. So I would put everything together, and we're like, boom, that's done. Okay, we need an arrangement on that. Okay, well, working on the arrangement here, boom, that's done. I'd make sure that it would be done in a day. Or at least like, you really just needed the sketches. You didn't have to have the whole thing, but sometimes they just took the sketches and then that was a placement. But that's how I was moving, and that turns you into the machine that the industry wants you to be. And that's just like a sniper. You're just shooting, you're hitting the target, and then you just building up this catalog, but you got like 1,000 records, and then only one is hitting that year. And you're like, then you're like in the room questioning, like, am I really good or not? But the thing is, it's like coming from a Cleveland area and going to somewhere where there's 1,000 of you times 10.
I was going on that question too. I was about to ask that too, because LA and Cleveland two different markets.
Yeah, and that's not even to put any disrespect on Cleveland, because there's a lot of really amazing artists here. But you got everybody that are basically transplants that come to LA, and they coming to shoot. They coming to try out. They coming to kill. They taking territory, and that's how it is. So you competing with that.
Yeah.
Did you ever have, like, I know you said every day you were like, this is what I want to do, and if it doesn't work out today, it'll work out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a plan B in the back of your mind, or try to step back and say, okay, this isn't working out, I didn't think it would go this way? Did you ever think about a plan B or what you would do?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I never acted on it. I knew that. Well, the other thing is that my father, we had a family business when we did transportation for the deceased and funeral homes and stuff like that. So if I needed some money for real, I could just come back home, work, and then I could go back out. So
that was always in the bag. Like, okay.
Yeah, but that was the only plan B. It was always music. It was just falling back on that, and then I was able to propel forward. Now, I could have took over the business, and I could have did very well in Cleveland, but it wasn't my passion. My father wanted to give me the business, me and my brother actually, but it just I just wasn't there. I wasn't there enough for it to run, and even the systems that I could have put in place for it to work. Mind you, the deaf business is 24/7. So it's,
that is true.
you need people on call no matter what. So if it's 3 a.m., there's a snowstorm and somebody has passed, you got to go out there and go get them. There is no snow day or snow night. You going out there. So there was a lot of those type of times. So and it was something I couldn't commit to. And I already had a career. And LA actually made it happen, and it was beautiful for the time being. So that first couple of years, that was a little rocky. That was 24-hour lockout in Burbank. Was this 12 by 12 room, and then 4 guys sleeping on the floor, setting up in the morning doing sessions, to being kicked out of that, setting up another session for 48 hours just to go get another place. And then just run and doing calls, doing whatever. It was just like and it was fun. It was like an adventure because you're just chasing your dream, and for me it was exciting. So I was getting an adrenaline rush out of like, oh, this is the first time I ever got kicked out of anything.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
And you don't have to name any names. Okay. But have you did up there to somebody and then you heard the finished product of them over, you was like, oh, that's trash.
Yep.
You was like, my beat wasn't made for that.
I mean, I heard a lot of it. Even some really good songs I had to like turn down because it just didn't fit.
It didn't fit.
Yeah, so it was like, oh, this is good, but this is not it's not necessarily what I envisioned. I had an ear for like people. And I'm like, people aren't going to like this for real. And maybe I was wrong, but in a sense, like my ear was pretty dead on at the time. I'm just like, y'all can put it out, but I'm gonna tell y'all, this record is not going to work. And then they was like, you know what you're talking about, this is a hit. And I'm like, all right, you put it out, and then it's a dud. And then I just don't say anything after that. Because you felt confident in that, and that was fine. And that happens a lot. You just, in situations where it's more political and the artist loves what they did or what the writer did, and they go with it, and you just take the check and just go on to the next thing. So yeah, that does hurt your credibility a little bit, because everything you're putting out is like, dang, this is a collaboration. We want to do our best here, but then your voice gets silenced because it was like, well, you're just a producer. So I'm like, yeah, but production and me directing how you sound is very important to it's about the song. It's not about either of us. It's taking the ego out of it. So,
one more question.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a Thriller moment, like Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson in the studio, like, yeah. Like you ever had that moment, like you and the art, y'all vibing, like, yeah. That's
Flow
what.
state.
Right. Hustle and flow.
Yeah. There was so I did like a very simple guitar loop, and it was a session with a writer who was writing for Ariana Grande at the time when she was like up there. And when he heard the loop, he was just like, he got so excited. He was like, and then he just started running, like doing laps around the room. First of all, he came, it was just him, and by the next thing I know, there was like at least 15, 17 people in the room. The man then called up. Everybody's just like in the flow state. Mind you, it's like he's calling people up, writing, going to somebody else. They start writing with him, and then it's like, I've never seen that synergy before where he's activating everybody in the room to write the record. And I'm just over here we're just producing around, or just adding like different melodies I might be on the keys at this time, and just watching that process for the very first time. And that's the spirit just lifted
Yeah.
up, and I was like,
Like,
wow.
oh, this is going
Come on,
somewhere.
man.
Yeah, and it was amazing. By the end of the night, this man called up his management. And called, was like, "Yo, we need this for Rihanna." He calling them. I'm just like, "Oh, this is how this works."
Yeah.
You know, it was just, and he was a man who brought energy into the room. You know, it started with one person, ended up with like 17 people, plus a manager, plus all these different calls that lead you to different places. I'm like, whoa, this is, that was like an amazing experience because that's what I wanted. I wanted it to feel fun and effortless, and it did. And it's like, wow, just off of just playing a guitar loop, and then
It was simple to you, it was everything to him, though.
yeah, and
That's
that's
what's
that's the beauty of like ideas to execution.
Yeah.
Is that you don't know what it could start. You're like, oh, I love the way this sounds. Like I'm just literally on the piano, just playing it, and then I'm like, okay, I might record this, and then it's changing the trajectory of everybody in the room. Now, like the producers, my team is like, oh, I believe in this record too now. You know? So yeah, that was an amazing experience, and it's such a small experience, and you know, not a lot of people really get to experience these type of people. But that was just one of those. That was one of those Quincy Jones moments.
Yeah,
where
man,
you're
listen.
Oh, and it was really watching the songwriter be the composer. It wasn't necessarily me. It was just watching the other side of the coin.
But it was a fact it all came together, though.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about currently what you like. Let's fast forward to the work you're doing now, man. Let's talk about the artistry that you're propelling forward.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely now into AI artistry, but also in visual arts, 3D modeling, visual tour visuals actually that I've done since like 2021. So, and one of my artists they were my artists, and now they're a touring artist with over 657,000 listeners. Shoot, they sell out. It is EDM, but I'm so proud of them because it's like seeing my own dreams come true through them.
Yeah, that's dope.
Because I believed in her name Alley Cat.
Come on, shout out to Alley Cat.
Yeah, shout out to Cat.
And everybody didn't until she started doing her own thing and found her own identity in music. And she was able to create her own stuff. She was already a producer, and she had an amazing voice. So I'm like, should go for it.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, she tells me, hey, can you make some of my cover art? I'm like, yeah, no problem. Boom, cover art turned into a song blowing up on Spotify out of nowhere to one of my other best friends who's a manager taking her on while managing another company, got a whole roster. And then eventually creating a whole label, not like management label from her.
Wow.
Yeah, like on tour. They just came back from Australia, Thailand, and Japan. They just hit their international tour, and now I think they're headed back home soon. So they're just over there chilling. I'm very proud of both of them, and that's where it really like took off. Like it went from there I could do visuals that way because for some reason back when I was 14 doing graphic design just kicked back in. Now, and I used to do it every now and then. I used to do it actually for all my beats. So it's kind of like this tertiary thing that I was doing just to like promote. That turned into a main thing. And then it turned into 3D visuals. I'm doing hyper visuals, like very immersive, in-depth stuff. And I think the last thing that I actually did in that space was with, I worked with the Underdogs here in Cleveland.
Come on now.
And they're amazing creative agency. They do a lot of marketing, advertising, and I was a part of, I was kind of like ahead of their 3D stuff because it was just me, really. But they gave me a wonderful opportunity here in Cleveland to actually, that's where Futureland came in. And I actually, it empowered me to do that, like to create in Cleveland for the very first time. Well, not for the very first time, but in that vein.
Yeah.
So doing that, and then it just went all the way into, oh, AI's coming into the space, also controversial, but with a background now, doing all these visuals, working with some reputable companies, and I was like, well, let me experiment with what it can really do. And I started just working on some concepts, and really it was still in concept stages, and like the stuff that's even on my Instagram right now, which I haven't updated at all. But I've been exploring AI, art, and expression through Black culture, through spirituality, through all different types of facets. There's, just seeing how I could push the limits for people to be like, wow, is that really AI?
Listen, bro, you got something on your page. I was seeing the way you did like a living room. Like I seen how you went from concept, or not the concept, it was like,
oh yeah,
it was like the balloon figures. I can't describe them, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
and it looked like a real living room. I'm like, man,
that actually is a real render.
Oh wow,
that's a full on 3D living room concept.
Oh wow, see,
yeah. So I'm self-taught on everything. I just believe that I can do whatever I put my mind to.
Come on
now. So those are like stills of me stress testing a new system that I had, and that's just modeling. So I've done a lot of like 3D modeling, and I wanted to get into product design for 3D just for like marketing, advertising, but I've shifted again. I've shifted. It was more so like where God was taking me with things, not necessarily what I wanted. I was like, oh, I want to go over here. It's like, yep, you're really good at that, but I got something else I want you to do with that. I got all of these different skills that I have, and even with the AI part, not just the art part, but like infrastructure stuff. And God's using his mind. It's his. That's all it is.
Come on now.
It's and I've been surrendering more to that. But as far as like some of the AI stuff, like I was able to do the AI summit and put AI art probably the first time in a contemporary art museum in Cleveland.
Come on now. I like humble you. Man, I'll be like, man,
Yeah.
I was in there.
I was just really like, I can't believe they really let me do this right now. We're shutting down somebody else's like art for this concept, and I'm still like respecting everybody in this art museum for what they do, because I know how AI and art can look, especially to true artists that put a lot of their time and craft into it. And I even leaned away from even saying art. I was like, I just called it like this concept of theory in art, really. And honestly, there was a lot of messaging in it that people probably didn't pick up on, but there was it's testing the boundaries of what can be from idea to execution for other people that may have ideas to do certain things and expand upon it. Because even from me being from like the FL side of things, a lot of people, musicians, producers from the 90s who had hardware that took their time learning all this stuff. Oh, now you can just click a beat in. So they was just looking at me doing in that capacity, which I've seen over time has happened. Now we've reached this area where idea to execution has dropped to zero. So you don't necessarily have to be talented to do it. And some people don't have the eye or an understanding of aesthetics that would drive clarity on these things, or understand like, oh, these people are just exploiting a system that's stealing from everybody. And I can't say you're not wrong. I do believe that these systems, LLMs, or not just ChatGPT, but all of these other systems that under these infrastructures are feeding off of everything. So even the biggest one is for music is Suno, and it's it's a killer. I can't. It's so good that a lot of people are just going to be fooled. And I'm like, wow, it's really good at replicating like the inflection of voices, just the breath, the timbre, the ups and downs, the choirs that it insert in the song. I'm like, what is this thing building off of? And it's...
But you can tell the difference though, right?
No, some of it you cannot. I've made songs that people cannot tell, and just experimented with it because I was like, first of all, I wrote it, I made sure that how it sounded and even produced under it. And then people were like, who is that? I'm like, it's AI. Like, so, and then there's some people exploiting the system. I've seen a guy who was like making, I think it's like $30,000 a month. Just, this is the quantity part you're talking about now, where we're at this Suno stage where, oh, this dude's just cranking out like 15 songs a week.
I need
I'm about to say, what's up, Lord Brent? Lord, forgive me. $20,000 a month.
Yeah, I mean, you know, however you want to make your money is I understand that people are going to exploit the system, but it doesn't exploit creativity.
Come on now.
And it doesn't exploit critical thinking skills, creative thinking, and systems thinking, and workflows of how you do different things. I think there's a specialty when you understand those things and know how to actually structure. Even with AI, there's what I've done a lot of people couldn't do. And if you've seen some of the prompts, you'd be like, I'm taking tokens from how something's shot. So if you're talking about like using different cameras or a different focal point or dust and all this other stuff that you're adding in, and then a wide, like a fisheye lens, and you're like creating the scene of how it actually looks or feels. So it's more than just saying I want a really dark scene with this black figure doing, walking up to the camera looking really cool or something.
You have to know.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I want the gold grills to look like this. I want them to look like braces on some of the people, or while they're looking to the camera, I want it to look like they're yelling with some like ferociousness. And
shout out to you.
It's just like you're thinking about all of these different
my problems be generic.
Yeah.
I can get mad at things like, man, do it right.
No, I mean that's the thing. It's understanding like how to the context of what you're doing, how you want it, the lay. It's just layering at the end of the day. Anything that you're doing, even when I saw you setting up these cameras and stuff like that, it's like it's almost the same thing. Say if you wanted it to prompt something that looked like this, you would kind of describe this or take a picture and say you wanted from 3 different iPhone angles from left to front to right, and you wanted how your settings are, and you would put all of that in there in the prompt. And then you could even do all of this stuff, not just saying like I want a podcast set up like how it looks, but you could really tweak and change things. So it is very intricate, but it is almost how detailed can you really get. And some people get so detailed in it, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to ever try and tap that, because you're basically coding at that point. So it's more about how creative you really want to take it, and are you using it? Is it assisting you with something, or are you just letting it do the thing? Is it your production partner? Is it your creative, writer? Because it can do that too. It can write prompts for you, and you're like, no, I need it to be like this. And I say a strategic partner in creativity, because it is in a way. So it's more about enhancing what you use versus letting it just do whatever. And you can create a system out of that. Some people have created whole businesses out of that. But if you're just a full-on creative, it's just best to use it as like an enhancer for certain things. Everything that I've done in AI is really, truly just practice. And this is because I was just refreshing myself on something that I did back in 22, I believe. Because I've been in, since ChatGPT's inception was the beginning of all of this for me. So I've been in the game for like in its public facing side since its inception.
And you can really tell the people that know how to talk to it versus the people that are just telling them to make generic stuff. Like you could just see
That's
like
me.
no, that's me.
I was seeing people complain about the ChatGPT flyers.
Yeah,
Oh,
the flyers.
yeah.
I didn't even notice because I was like, I'm not on Instagram as much, but I would hear my wife even saying, "What's up with these ChatGPT flyers?"
Yeah, because they all look as the same,
The
different
same, they
colors,
do.
just different color schemes, or say different things, but they all look completely the same. But now that you explain, you really have to know how to direct and talk, and like you said, it's basically coding.
Yeah.
But I also think, and I wonder what your take is on it as well. Like moving forward, do you think more people in artistry or just songwriting producers should lean more into AI? Because back in the day, our parents were like, I had to walk 10 miles to school. Y'all get the bus. I had to do this. But it's like, it's only going to grow, I feel. Or do you think it's going to grow?
No, it's already here. The
Yeah.
thing is that we're at this place where we're in like what they want to call the singularity bubble. And that's your ideas to execution are at zero, and whatever you can think it can be. And it's just like with music, the music industry is already using, everybody is in a studio right now using it. And this is from like one of the biggest producers and composers in LA. And I had a chance to meet him when I was out there. His name's Harvey Mason Jr. He's done a lot of stuff since the 90s, like all the R&B groups that you could think of, from Belle Biv DeVoe, Blackstreet, all the way to Pokemon. He's done, he's done all of this music, but he's seeing the change, and people are having Suno in the studio with them, and they're building songs faster because it's easier to just work with it because it's so good. And it is good. It's really good, especially when you know what you're doing. Even one of my mentors in Houston, he's like, I swear by it. And
Wow.
and I understand, because you could literally put your whole catalog in here and just get like 30, 40, 50 different ideas, and then even clone your own voice, which he did. And he like, yeah, you hear that background, you hear all them harmonies? Yeah, that's Suno. That ain't even me. And I was like, it is kind of tiring doing all them harmonies over and over and over and again and tightening up the timing and all that stuff. I understand that. So having something that can assist you in these things with AI, you might as well at least see.
Might as well lean into it.
Lean into it.
I mean, if you want to be a purist, that's fine, but understand that if you want to be somebody that's just going to be butthurt over it, you're already over it. It's already collapsed you, so it's more, your opinion is not going to matter anymore. And that's fine, because you're going to have these kids that have these ideas that want to express themselves differently, and then we'll figure out a way that AI has never been used before. Musically, like tech-wise, anything you could think of. Because it's just giving them the rapid-fire approach that a lot of people that are experts become what we call an expert bias in. It's like, you only know what you know because you learned it that way and it worked for you for this long. And now somebody's coming in and completely destroying the model that you had to work hard for. And it's justified. It's completely justified to feel some type of way, especially when that's your bread and butter, and somebody's saying, I can do that. AI can do that. I don't know why you took 30 hours to do that. You know, and that is an insult.
Yeah.
But
I was so mad.
Yeah, like, you know what?
yeah, but it is. You're watching something that is taking over everything. It's taking over the full landscape of what we know. It's like when the iPhone first dropped, and then now that whole ecosystem's a thing. A lot of people don't even remember what not having a phone with an app was,
Man, listen.
or what a flip phone felt like, or using one hand or T9 text. So you got iPad culture now. Those kids are growing up with an iPad, and they're we are in an ADHD culture and an attention culture. So anything that can capture your full autonomy of your attention wins, no matter if it's good or bad. And if the AI is catching it right now, and it seems to be doing a very good job, because everybody's kind of using it, even if you don't know, or you.
I put on everything. Like I saw, I put on everything.
I know.
Yeah, so from an art standpoint, there's going to be a lot of big movements that will try and stop it. Film has been using it, but people don't know. But also seeing it from an individual perspective and seeing like, wow, it's still slop, but it's so impressive you don't want to say it yet. It's going to get to a point where we're going to have to start questioning the governance around it, because of how we're doing digital twins now. People can be replicated. Should they be replicated? You know, things, you know, we're getting into the dupe, and it's getting very scary where it's going to get too real. I don't know how that would be controlled. This is just a talking point at this point. But it is something to understand, like, technology comes in waves, and we're getting hit with an exponential one. Really, it's probably
tsunami.
It's probably one of the biggest ones we'll ever have or see, because it's dropping every skill set to zero, everything to zero. That means, what does valuation really look like? Our idea is more valuable than experience, which sounds wild, but it is at this point, because you're seeing people come up and they're like the $30,000 a month guy who's exploited the system, and now songs are paying him, and he probably hasn't even heard any of them really. You know, it's just one of these is going to be dope, I guess, and then something's going to run up, and then now he's got a revenue engine that's working, and then you got YouTube, and people are, you know, creating agents and all of these different things that stack on top of each other. It's multi-layered, but this is the future that we're going to see, especially in art and tech, in general tech, health, and obviously in content creation.
Definitely. Because I remember I attended this virtual AI summit myself earlier this year, and I remember the lady saying that AI is advancing every second of every day, to be honest. And the more she was showing me what it all entails and what all you could do, the more it was like, okay, this is a lot. And then I'm like, by the time I get a good handle on this, it's going to already have been moved on to the next. So how do you, in your industry, how do you keep up with it steadily advancing at this speed?
I shouldn't be keeping up with it at the speed that I am, but I'm also like a subject matter expert at it. So I have a very smart algorithm that I can keep up with everything, and sometimes it's overwhelming. I would say that, because I'm seeing the future unfold before everybody sees it. Like, if I open up like my X account, and I'm following all these smart people and all these people building and all these things, and they're providing all of these tools for free as well. And you're like, what? I'm seeing stuff that people on LinkedIn won't see for 2 months. I'm seeing stuff that Instagram won't even understand, or people that use these platforms, you know, maybe for another year.
Wow.
You know, but that's how far it's advancing because of infrastructure layers that are building these things that we do see, like all the content creation, all the videos from like Higgsfield.ai, which are building all these movies and stuff like that. Or Midjourney, that's what I use for the visuals and the motion. And they're just getting stronger. And I don't know how, right now, ChatGPT is also dropped Image 2.0, which is wild. I know people haven't even experienced what it is yet, but as far as like creativity, it can copy anything, it can build anything, you could literally build your own app within like the $20 a month version of it. And I was like,
oh my God, I got that.
We behind, y'all. So part 2, with Brent, we gonna see him in action, so we can get the algorithm. I'm like,
at that time,
right?
We talking about the past, talking about the present, talking about the future, man. What the future hold for you? On your endeavor, because at the rate you going, brother, you gonna turn the Skynet.
Oh yeah, right. The thing is, I'm trying to mitigate the Skynet by being ahead of it. You know, I'm monitoring the situation, but a lot of things that I'm moving into is more, I would say, philanthropic. So I'm building some things. One for the community of Cleveland.
Come on now.
I've been quiet for a while, and this is really
exclusive. Okay.
Well, not fully exclusive because Alicia will not have it. But I'm building something that could help us. Seriously, especially with our connections and how to facilitate them and kind of bring Cleveland more together than we think we are. There's different sections of us that are around, or resources that are available that people don't know that is available, especially our inner city, our underserved communities. And it's kind of sad because Cleveland is the second poorest city in the United States, which is crazy because there's money here. And then when I say your average wage here in Metro is $31.12. But none of that money, even at that rate, which is, not where this economy isn't that much depending on your lifestyle. Nobody's really getting that type of money from underserved communities, or understanding how to get grants the right way, or all this other money, or a certain number tied to a foundation here in Cleveland that's almost worth $1 billion that no one knows about. I'm like, there's ways to connect all of these things because all of this data is open. And nobody's necessarily, is brave enough to open it up because it feels exploitative, and a lot of people are greedy. So why not just put it?
A long day, I need a break to just take care of me. And I love how Febrez's Soothe and Restore sets the mood perfectly with relaxing notes of warm whipped sugar and shea butter. And now I'm ready to relax and unwind.
Or gatekeep it and sell it as a B2B situation. I'm looking to do something a little bit different. And thank my wife for this.
Go on. Shout out to Alicia.
Yeah, thank her for this. And I know that it could do wonders, not just for the city of Cleveland, but if the city of Cleveland is first for it, then it'll be it'll be a windfall, and it'll be God all over it.
Come on, man.
All right, we're looking forward.
I'll be looking forward.
2 years for that.
Right.
So with that being said, man, like I said, part 2, we gonna have to see you at. I'm gonna have to see you doing this. But here at the Full Experience, man, we got our simple questions, man, and every guest we have on there, they're actually unique. So I look forward to hearing your answer these questions. As you know, Cleveland born and raised. Cleveland fortunately had the reputation for being a clever place. In your opinion, how do you feel like we can change that narrative? You are working on it, by the way.
Right. You just said.
Yeah, there is the way that I see it, at least, can be solved by oh man, I don't want to give away all the sauce.
Oh yeah.
But
you're saving sauce.
I will
man.
say there is a layer that we are missing in Cleveland that connects us all together. And there's also something that we need that actually lets these networks speak together, connect together on our behalf, which it doesn't. Everything like a LinkedIn is kind of like a good luck game. It's like, oh, I got all these connections, I can add these friends, they do this, they do that. Even if I meet you at this, networking event, where does it go? Like, is it very valuable to you, or is there a network behind that you don't really understand because you're not adept to networking properly? What if you could have a liaison like that?
I like that.
Yeah.
That can help you
I
strengthen.
broke it.
But that's what because this will be a community effort, really. It will be communal Cleveland first, then scale globally. And let that be an economic driver, an economic development tool for Cleveland, properly.
That's dope.
I'm excited.
I definitely got excited. Like, whatever it is, we in.
Right.
Let us know how we get in.
Right.
Ground level on top of that. Let's get in on that, Brent, man. But no, that sounds dope, man. With that being said, what corporation, entities, or that foundation you're talking about, do you like to collaborate in the future, or because in my mind, I'm crazy. I think people watch us, right? And I'm thinking that those people are watching. So who you like to collaborate in the future, man? Timberland.
Oh, collaborate. Honestly, every business in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
We have to know some of those.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm aiming for every business in Cleveland, and every underserved business that needs the knowledge and the resources and the community to facilitate that.
Okay.
Not, it almost sounds political, but it's really just flipping something. It's honestly just opening a book and just being like, oh, why did no one do this?
Right.
It's greed, but
I done broke my thing.
Yeah. Calm down, sir. So, Brent, I mean, we've learned a lot in regards to just your journey. When you're talking about, the artistry and how that's advancing with the help of AI. So, I mean, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what you're talking about. I mean, this top secret is
Hey, listen.
it's got me like, looking at me. But whatever it is, it sounds like it's going to be legendary. And again, it's only adding to, your legacy that is to come.
Yeah.
So when we speak of legacy, two-part question, what would you like the legacy to be for you as an individual? What would you like the legacy to be for you under everything businessman?
Legacy for me as an individual, honestly, is just to honor my family and honor my brother's legacy as well, who passed in 22. That's where Gilchrist comes from, actually. And a longer story short, I find out that Gilchrist is actually my bloodline name. I'm Brent David Montgomery, but from my father's side, it was Gilchrist. He was adopted.
Oh, wow.
And I wouldn't know that until I came out about my own faith to him. And God's all over a lot of this stuff, and I just keep it at that. It's like God is directing the heritage into the legacy.
All right. That's awesome.
That's
Okay.
all.
So, you want to take the last question?
Oh, I didn't know.
So,
I was sorry. I don't know if I did the business one. I know
Oh,
that
yeah,
it was
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like
Like she was putting it all together. I had somebody do that.
It's a little bit. I guess it is. Gilchrist was the legacy, the heritage, and the business that I didn't even know all together. I was just wanting to honor my brother, to find out the identity through it was so interesting. And so very God. But as a businessman, I guess, honestly, as many people as I can serve, and be consistent at it, because there's something about me with needing this order that I haven't had to really have in this journey yet, that I had to surrender to God for. And it's more about him leading me into the consistency for other people instead of me over promising something that needs to be God led.
Time so.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me too. And then our last question, and we are so grateful to have you here, but who is someone that you would recommend to come on next to the Pull Up Experience?
Ooh, somebody else.
Yeah, come on. Cause we listen. You up to 315. We trying to be to millions.
Oh man, I've been underground for so long.
Alley Cat, come on.
Yeah, Alley Cat would be wonderful if she can get off tour. That's a good one. I'm thinking of some people here in Cleveland that would be wonderful to come on to the show. I'm drawing such a blank. Right
No, you good.
I'm drawing a blank.
You good.
We'll tell you what, while you're thinking about it, because this one's probably going to just come naturally, just off the tip of the tongue. Because somebody that's watching, that's listening, was inspired, motivated by what you said today.
I know somebody.
See? Yeah,
Nefertiti Giovanni, wherever she is.
Okay.
Wherever she is, put her on. She's a very incredible artist, singer-songwriter from here, Cleveland, Ohio. I know she's worked with a lot of people.
Okay.
So she is. Okay.
She's one of the best writers I know. Still to this day, and I haven't talked to her really in who knows how long.
Wow.
But she's like...
You said, I remember.
I remember.
Yeah. Lasting impression.
But I know she had said something about Cleveland and wanted to do some things, especially about this industry and the business that it is, that she wanted to showcase and give more knowledge and experience to the people that's trying to come up in this game, you know, especially with AI and all of these different tools that people might need to know about and see that, you know, you might need it a little bit, just a little bit, just to speed the game up, you know, within, you know, due taste. But I know she's a very unique artist. She's a great, I'll say, like, she's good at her oration. She is a very unique individual.
Okay.
She thinks outside the box. So I know she would be wonderful to have on this podcast.
We coming.
Right, we coming for you.
Coming for you, man.
And I said last question, but there is one more. I'm sorry.
Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You're going to have to say it because I don't remember all 3 points.
That's for him to give.
Oh, okay. You're right. Sorry, y'all. Don't.
No, it's cool. Just look.
She getting her right
y'all. She's our apprentice.
Yes.
Okay, what are 3 takeaways from today's episode that you would give to the people watching to us today?
Because you've been dropping gems at the right
Yeah.
time.
Oh, man.
The button dead.
I know, it really is.
Oh, the takeaways from the podcast is honestly, skill up on AI.
Come on now.
That's one of them. Stay true to your identity and your talent.
Yeah.
I can't hear my buzzer no more.
That's the most important thing, because a lot of people get caught up in trends. Just remember that you are unique, and God's looking at your talent for you to give to this world and not anybody else. You're not doing it for no man.
Come on now.
You're doing it, you know, you're doing it through
Do
the
not under
Spirit.
him.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And
Preach.
the third one, let's see. Really, it's just be authentic. Be authentically you.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that.
and just you, in your foundation. That shows up in your talent. That shows up in your uniqueness when you talk to different people. That just shows the light that's on you. Never dim your light for somebody else's trend when your authentic trend of who you are will set the precedence, and that will light up the room.
Come on, man.
All right.
Come on, Buzzer.
All right,
Work with me.
Not him concentrating.
Yeah, I had to, you know. No, those are phenomenal points right there, brother.
Definitely.
Man, listen, we appreciate you, brother, because like I like I said, I love having artists on, because like I have now set the artist persona, this podcast thing. Okay,
Yeah.
and I love having y'all on and just learning how y'all mind works and how y'all get into y'all process, and you're doing phenomenal work, brother.
Thank you.
So listen, well, the important question of the whole entire podcast: where will people learn more about you? Where can they tap in with you? Where can they hear? I want to hear some of your past work too. We can hear some of that.
Oh man, my password. It's all on Spotify.
Okay.
I would have to name all the songs since I never made a playlist for myself.
Okay. Well, we're working on it.
Yeah.
But my producer name was Vicodin, Vikaden. You could follow me on Instagram at brent.ops or brent.ops. And I do have a SoundCloud with beats on it.
Okay. Listen.
SoundCloud.com/Vicodin if you ever wanted to check those beats out. I mean, I ain't posted in like a year or two, but you can check out like 300 pieces.
Come on now. That's a lot
Something
of work.
Right.
Yeah.
So listen, guys, as you're watching this, right there in the show notes, all that information will be there so you can listen to the beats. You can see his work. You can just tap in with him, man, because listen, you better get with him because he about Skynet. Think about Skynet. I feel about Skynet. That's what I think it's going to. But listen, man, we appreciate you, man, and so I look forward to part 2, man.
Thank you.
God, this is episode 315. Real quick, May 19th. May 19th, y'all. Sensei and Sensei Yet. Y'all know who those is. Y'all like, who's those people?
Right.
Steve and Bree, the creative people behind Phenomenal Podcast.
That's right. And Creative Frequency. If y'all have not already been tapping in with that.
Come on now.
And they are launching their very first event. So shout out to y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. You're actually inspiring me to do the same. You know, I'm going to get there. But it's May 19th. And listen, have you ever wanted to create a podcast? Have you been dreading just all of the work that's going to take to do it? Honey, I know. If nobody else know, I know. Okay,
we all know.
From somebody else recorded to make sure it actually recorded. Hello,
Right.
to making sure that it actually looks appeasing to the eye. Okay, because mine, don't go looking at my archive, but it's so trash. But I'm telling y'all, from every element that you could think of in podcasting, they're covering it all. Okay, so this is a one-stop shop where you can be able to get your first episode. You ever been saying you're gonna do something and ain't do it? Now it's time to do it. So make sure y'all tap in. Like I said, make sure y'all go to Instagram because that's where you're gonna be able to find some of the work that they've been able to do. You'll be able to see all of their creativeness. And then Steve, help me out. What else? Where else? We got a website. What they gonna tap in to be able to do this?
DMS Pod.
DM.
Frequency.
All right, so there we go. DM Pod. So I was already leading you all the way to Instagram. So now all you're gonna do is just take it from there. All
May
I gotta do is lead
19th.
to the water. That's right. May 19th.
At Ruthie's
Ruthie's List.
Ruthie's List, yes.
Ruthie's List.
If you want to see y'all in the building, no more excuses. Do it! Mashallah Buff. Do it!
And before y'all know it, y'all will be on episode 315 too.
Come on
The
now.
whole team and crew. So make sure y'all tap in.
Catch up with us. Okay? I'm just playing. No.
Or get left. All right.
You got anything going on, Jess?
No, I'm gonna tap in May 19th.
May 19th.
Come on
I know
now.
that.
Okay,
I'm
that's
gonna tap
right.
in.
Same girl, I'll be there.
All right.
So.
Only thing, guys, get tickets for Pink and Black Honors, guys. June 28th. Thank you, Sensei. We will be in the building. We want to see you there. Night of Elegance. We need to see you. Listen, there's the Oscars. There's the Emmys. Yes. This is ours in Cleveland, okay? Be there, guys. Also, she said my hair was big. Purposely Pressed, guys. I didn't get the chance to wear my hoodie tonight, but if you are looking for you have a brand, you have a business, you have to have apparel. You gotta let people know about your business. Tap in with her, okay? I have 100 hoodies at this point now, and every time I text Michelle like, "Hey, I want this on the hoodie," and I
do it.
Yeah, listen, and she'll do it.
She do
Any
it
color,
every time.
any variation, any font, she'll do it for you. And she does it in quick, easy work. Thank you, Sensei. Boom. And look at this great logo right here.
I'm telling you,
sexy.
man. Great quality.
Yeah, it's great quality, and she does a great time and do it for a great price. So tap in, guys. Guys, this is episode 315. Thank you again, Brent.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We see you guys next time. Peace, y'all.